What is up, everybody? Hope you guys can hear me. Let's do a quick mic check, maybe. Maybe. Yep. Pretty loud? Loud? Yeah. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, like that. Let's get back to where we were. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit higher. There we go. That should be good. Alright, y'all. Welcome back to the neat free-to-play development streams. I'm really excited to be back. I know it's been a while. And, you know, that's not great. You know, I wanted to bring this back a long time ago, and I kind of just kept letting the weeks go, you know? So... and you're seeing my LinkedIn, which is not what I intended. Let's show something like this. I created this issue 2 days ago. Finally created an issue for the prayer, sometimes logging in, and I reproduced it myself because it had happened to me before on an account that haven't used prayer on recently. And as soon as I logged in, I saw it, the message, you have run out of prayer points. So, yeah, that's definitely something that we need to fix. I think Log said that this is, like, related to that one issue that causes a lot of weird things with NPCs, but I don't remember. Anyway, I think today we're gonna look at the board and figure out what's most important. So this is the website development, this is both website and game development board, and, got a bunch of stuff in selected for development. Currently, there's no way to create events on the site unless you have to create an event in the database via query, which is kind of annoying. So we should probably like build a form for creating events, but that's like admins only, so it doesn't really impact users. So I think it's not as important as some other stuff. This is a game bug. And this is an annoying one because Snow said that the AFK timer isn't supposed to interrupt sleep. Currently in Neat Free to Play, when you sleep, if you hit the AFK timer while you're still in the sleep UI, it'll just stop you from sleeping, and then you don't lose any fatigue like you normally would if you pressed enter. And that seems kind of whack, but I think we need to look at some old videos. So... no. Let me think. Like, this one is annoying for me, so I'm gonna move it up a little bit. Scored hook to show latest GitHub issues. Yeah, this would be a nice thing. I'm gonna link this since I have a ticket in my system already. Yeah, this is like a big thing. More important than this. Alright, I think I'm just gonna pick something. And I think we're gonna pick this one. We're gonna start with this one because it's kind of annoying. Now the thing about this one is that we kind of have to like watch videos for a while, which I don't necessarily want to do because it's kind of like boring content for a stream. Let's just take a quick look at some videos. Also, the thing about this is that if the AFK timer isn't supposed to interrupt sleep, then it's going to be really hard to find evidence of something not happening. It's going to be normal gameplay footage. So, but there's like some Undead Ones videos on here. Sorry, let me mute this stuff. Okay, not in the there yet. Eating on stream. Good job, Beast Fable. AFK timer interrupting sleep. It would have to be something where you're like sleeping a lot. So I'm not sure if this is the best footage even. So let's see. I guess let's try to skip ahead to like some sleep dialogue menus. Like when we see the sleep thing, there it is. I guess if we see like the message, you have been standing here for 5 minutes after I wake up, then that could be like evidence that it didn't interrupt sleep. But then that's gonna be rare, probably. Yeah, it's not there. Okay, you wake up feeling refreshed. Yeah, I think AFKing footage would be the best because usually it's just staying in one spot. So notice I just moved there, but I think that's normal. Good, another sleep. Okay, this was when I wasn't there anymore. Can maybe do like Shadow Warriors with 2, because that was mostly AFK. Okay. I think actually this might not be the best footage because most of the time when I was sleeping I would just exit the area with the zombies because otherwise like you could never sleep. So I'm thinking this is actually like not good footage to have to use for this purpose. Let's try shadows. Oh, this is also the same thing where it's kind of like... Yeah, we need like an AFK spot where you wouldn't need to move away a lot. Can try this. There's not much footage left. Nope, nothing. Wow, keeping your mouse on the track and moving right is really hard for me. No sleep. Okay. I usually start these by... Oh my god, I forgot I posted this. I usually start these by commenting in the Ancient Archaeological Library. Just trying to, like, get information, post, and see if anyone has any idea. Let's see, I think it'd be sleeping related, or AFKing related, or... fatigue. Yeah, I posted that in there. Yeah, this spot isn't gonna work either because at Shadow Warriors I usually moved away from them to sleep, otherwise it's just difficult. Let's see. Okay. Maybe ranging would work, like ranging footage. Because you usually don't move a lot with ranging. Okay. Yeah, this is tough. Okay. I think we're gonna move on to a different ticket for now. Move along. Yeah, I don't know. We need evidence of it, and I don't know if I want to spend this entire stream looking for it. Yeah, I don't know. About this one, the prayer thing, like... It seems to happen after you log in, so like... I don't know. Let's see, where was this? Was there some prayer discussion? Yeah, right. Log said it's because of the Isaac desync, which is this big issue with OpenRC's code that is like there's not a lot of documentation about it or anything, and we don't know why, but It's like the same reason that you see bankers walking through walls or other NPCs. Just gonna put this in the ticket so I can look at it later. I feel like with this Isaac desync thing, I don't really know. It's like kind of out of my wheelhouse. I don't know how to fix it. I don't even know what it is or what it means. So. Let's try searching. Yeah, nothing. I don't know. That's why it's hard to work on this one too, because it's like I can't fix it. Maybe I can. Where'd that go? No, it's down there. What I was thinking with this one is that maybe you could like put in some logic in the login method or whatever that just says like disable all prayers. But I don't know, that could be more like a hacky fix instead of like something that's gonna fix the real issue. So these two are tough. I want to fix them really bad, but like I don't really know where to start. So let's move on. Links on news posts should probably be forcibly open in a new tab. Yeah, so this is a really annoying thing. Whoa, what did I just do? What is this feature of this browser? Open link in split view. I don't want split view. How do I stop this? Yeah, there you go. Close. I meant to say open a new tab. So if you click these links, they take you away from the news post because there's like no way in Markdown to say I want to open this in a new tab instead of just opening it in the page itself. So this would be a quick fix. I think we're gonna go ahead and just make all links in news posts probably open in a new tab. I don't think there's much danger or damage, problems with that. So let's start with that one. See where we are. This is ticket 224. So yeah, let's say we're gonna move this one over to in progress. And it's 224. So we're gonna see. Get status, check out main. So the way to do this is news post detail. Although it's just an HTML dump, I think, so. So this is just, it's a dump of HTML. So I think we would have to add this to the HTML somehow. So I think we can choose to like replace it here when we render the news post, or we can say when we submit the news post, we're going to change the HTML. So like something we can do. What does this do? Converts HTML string to JSX elements. Yeah, something we could do. Maybe something like that. It seems pretty hacky. But basically just saying, instead of ahref, anywhere you see that, that's a link. So then replace it with ahref, but with the target blank in the middle. This might actually work, or it might not. Let's see. Okay, so localhost. See if that works or not. Yeah, it seems to open in a new tab. I don't know why it's got this weird icon. There it is. Okay. Tournament info. Okay. Yeah, that seems to work. So let me make sure I actually fix that. And it's not something else. Now we click this link. It's in tabs. So that's one way we could do this. It seems a bit hacky to me. And then there's the question of like, should this happen? Should it be like this in the database and then we just render it? So then we add the target blank at the point the news post is submitted. If we did it that way, I would have to update every single news post in the database, which would be like a pain. At minimum, I'd do something like this. Don't really have to, but you know, I'd rather that logic be somewhere else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The logic of having target blank is like, it doesn't need to live in the database. Although, one positive of putting in the database is this won't work on other pages. So if I go back to the home page, so if we find like a news post that has a link in the very beginning, which there are none. Well, basically, if there was a link in here somewhere, and I clicked on it, it wouldn't work because we're on the detail and not the list item version of this component. So that's one reason. Oh wait, no, here, there we go. It's in line, in tab. So yeah, I think we're gonna move this to the submission part. News post. Create news post. Where even am I? Okay, so this is a handler, and then create a news post form. Okay. So we'd have to do it after it gets translated from Markdown to HTML. So React Markdown, where is this being used? Okay, so I forget what this does. So when a body input changes, okay, it selects this element that is down here. So it selects that, it gets the inner HTML, and then it sets the body HTML to this. So yeah, I think we want to do something here. Say HTML with link targets equals, and then basically the logic. So md HTML. I'm just gonna copy this. Okay, yeah, so since Markdown doesn't support adding anything but a link to a link in Markdown, then we should always have this, which we generally do by checking the DOM. So yeah, I think this should work just fine. So we're gonna put it there. But now we're gonna have to update every single thing. I had to tell Mogul not to abuse the support system. Sorry, abuse the report system. Okay. So let's test this with like a new post, I guess. So let's create a new post. Hold on. Let me authenticate off screen. Okay, so we're all authenticated. We're gonna go to create news post. And let me get Heidi ready so I can delete it soon after. So upload file, let's just put some random asset here. RC creative icons. Something like this. Oops, this was supposed to be the test post title. And I guess I forgot how to do markdown links. It's not like that. Let's do markdown link. Music got very quiet. Brackets then. Oh, I messed this part up. Okay, how about that? This is a test post with a link. It takes us to youtube.com. Okay, we go back. Now, I think when I'm creating these news posts, I still won't be able to have it open in a new tab at that point, unless I add that to the preview, maybe. That's probably something I should do too, because often I click on those links and then all of a sudden I'm not in the news post form anymore. It's actually kind of annoying. So, let's go with YouTube again. Okay, so yeah, at this point I'd like this to be, I'd like it to have in the preview, something like that. Preview, modal. Unfortunately, we can't control that. This is the library, and it just... Yeah, Markdown doesn't support it. Yeah, it just tells you to use HTML. Yes, I mean, there's got to be a way. Okay. I'm still not understanding why we need why we need this line twice. Oh wait, it's not twice. Hold on. One of them is Markdown HTML. That's the one that this is using. Huh. Maybe we don't need to do this again. Maybe we can do this. Let's try, Is there anything using this class specifically? It seems like there isn't. Let's try, the P tag and then body HTML. Wondering if that works the same or not. Because then body HTML would be including the targets, right? So let's see if that works at all. Okay, preview, and it renders actual HTML, which is interesting. Because you would think it would actually render that instead of just returning it as a string. Let me go back to that. Oh, wait. What? No, this is the markdown now. I thought I said body HTML. This is weird. I think... Okay, so let's see if this is actually running at all. Okay, so we're getting body HTML, but why isn't it rendering like HTML? Let's see. Let's change it to... I need to just copy this to my clipboard so I don't have to paste it. I did a bunch. Oh, and I messed this up again. Okay. So, yeah, let me just copy this whole thing. Preview. Yeah, so now it's there, but it's not rendering like HTML. Okay, so it's something you can do. Yeah, it should be a string if it's undefined. So We can try this. Okay, so I probably have to wrap this with body HTML and so that we check it that's not undefined before trying to like do something with it. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. Okay, so start real simple. This is a test post that works. Let's put test post here. And then let's add with a link preview. Okay, so now if I inspect this, it does have target blank. Okay, so this is a big thing for me, guys, because when I create news posts for Neat, it's like I can't click these links or it's gonna like I'm gonna lose all my work. So what this does now, when I click it, it takes me to a new tab. It doesn't take me to that site within the same tab. So that's a big win for me. And it'll be a big one for you guys too. When you click links in news posts, this logic here will replace links with a link that has a target. And then this HTML, this body HTML is what gets sent when it's submitted, so I think that should work, but let's test it. Okie doke. Let's upload a file, say barmaid. Okay, boom, that's so nice. Okay, let's go ahead and say submit. And if we go to news now, it's gonna say there's a news post here. So let's check Heidi and see what that looks like now. Okay. So let me just queue this up for you guys. Perfect. Okay, so I think this doesn't reveal anything. That would be bad. Because it's just integer IDs. Yeah. So basically this works because if we look at this and hover over it, it's going to say that might not show in the stream. Created by Biso with a target. It has the target now. If we expand it a little bit more, see, it has the target right there. So now it's in the database. So what's going to happen is when we open it from here on the home page, it's going to open in a new tab. When you open it from the detail page, it's going to open in a new tab. So this is a much better fix. Although wait, I think I need to remove this logic here. But it should still work, I think. Okay. Yes, so let's refresh. After that change is made, opens in a new tab. Boom. Opens in a new tab. Boom. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just delete that one. And this is another feature of the website that should probably be present for admins, the ability to delete news posts. I don't have to go into the SQL editor. Whatever. So we're gonna delete the image first. Or I guess, no. News post would make more sense. Okay. Affected 2 rows, that's what we want to see. And we refresh and it should be just gone. Cool. Okay, so that works. And then the only thing I have to do now is I have to do that for every single news post. I have to update them all to have, I wonder if we can do that in SQL via like a query or something. I don't know if this is going to replace all, though. Let's look up MySQL replace. Replaces all occurrences of a substring within a string with a new substring. Okay, so it's going to change this from SQL tutorial to HTML tutorial, I think. And there it goes, HTML tutorial. So we want this to be the whole string of each news post. We want this to be a href, and then we want this to be a target blank href. So let's do that. It should be safe to show you guys this stuff. So we're gonna set. Let's see. Let me query news posts again. So we've got a date. No, it's a body. Okay, cool. We got a body. So let's set body equals to replace body. So look for a href, and then let's see. The substring to be replaced. Yep. And then the new substring to be. Let's see what this looks like here. Oh, I removed the post that showed that off. Okay. Let me go back in the stream and look at it, because I don't remember if it was like a double quote. I did show it to you guys, right? Thought I did. Okay, it was a single quote around a blank. So let's see. Bring that up. There we go. So we're gonna make these double quotes. I don't remember if you can. So replace in body href with a target equals underscore blank href. I hope this doesn't break something. We should probably do it with like one post and see how it does. Let's try this one. Even better, let's do it with one that's older. So like this. What? There's a where clause. I don't think this quote thing is working. then I guess we have to do double quote here. Or, no, I think we could do this maybe. And then, like that. Well, like that, right? So, a target equals escape the single quote, and then underscore blank, escape single quote, and then href. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. I don't know why it says that it doesn't have a where when it does. Oh, there's a semicolon there. Okay. Oh, it already affected all the rows, I think. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Okay, well, hope we got it right, because it just did every single one. Okay, it opens in a new tab. And look at the... Checking all the links. Yep, that all works. Let's go to a different one, like this. Time zone converter. No links. Discord. Okay, I hope that works. I think these also work. Yeah, I think we basically did that. So for pre-existing posts, it should work. And then for new posts, it should also work. So I think we're good there. Okay, so... Okay, so let's test a few more things. Let's stay here and so when I click this here, I don't have that problem. And it renders correctly. It's weird that this like bar is here. It's not a huge deal. Also, this like X is like not positioned correctly. It's like way off center. I don't understand why we have different padding from X and Y. Um, 32 by 16. I guess this looks kind of bad. I don't know. I think these should be in line with each other, though. I mean, could you just put them in a flex box and then one's on the left, one's on the right? Like, I don't know. This is kind of weird. Modal is a custom component of this site. Is there a title pass to this? See, I think this should be... why is this a news post title? What's so special about it? Got a font weight and a font family. Okay. Let's just say we're going to add a title prop here, like this. The thing about this is that I have to update everywhere we're using this modal to be like that. So it kind of becomes more of a refactoring thing. Let's just start with... let's do a div now. Let's just put this into a commit and say it's done. Now, free to play 240, 224. Wait, am I not even on a new? Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Let's check out a new branch. Free to play 224. Something else I need to check is updating news posts. I wonder if that's going to work the same. Yeah, I'd like to fix these two being different lines, but maybe a little bit later. First, let's try updating a news post. Let's say 91. So... okay, so it works for this and it doesn't conflict with the target blank. But this post already had body input. Everything before 82 doesn't. So let's do 80. Wonder how it performs. No, it looks fine. So let's preview this though. Alright, click inspect. Okay, this is awesome. So this is an older post that doesn't have the body input field we added in the last stream. Actually, I might not have streamed that. I don't know if I did. But it's basically an old post that doesn't have that field filled out, and it still opens in a new tab in the preview, and that's awesome. Okay, so that seems to work well. So we're gonna focus on this modal thing now, I think. First of all, I think this should be like, not like this. Second, let's add a new prop to this. Wait, what's heading? Oh boy, what's heading? Preview. Oh, we already have it. Hold on. Wait, I'm thinking of this wrong. We want to have preview and X be on the same line, not the title. So, get rid of this. Undo this. So, the prop is already there. It's the heading. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, the heading we want to be in line with this. So we're gonna make close bar a flex box. It already is awesome. We're gonna say it's not flex end. It's space between, and then we're gonna say add the header before the X. And let's just see what that looks like for starters. See, that's exactly what I wanted. Dang, that didn't take that long. That's exactly what I wanted. I want these to be equal on the same line. It just looks a lot better. It doesn't waste as much space, and that works a lot better. This is a little bit big, but I guess it's okay. I don't know. And then this X button is no longer like weirdly positioned. Now it's equal spacing, which is good. And let's create some tests. Test it greatly with a preview. I can close out, preview. And it only closes when I click on the X, not on the preview. That's good. Test post 2, tested greatly with a link. I click on this, it opens a new tab. Perfect. It's still weird that this bar is here, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I think it's, yeah, I think it's this. No. It's something to do with this parent above the title. What's funny is that this says this is a span, but is it? Hi, kitty. Come into my lap. My cat is so funny nowadays. She's always trying to be on the keyboard. She wants me to stop working so much. Stop it. Stop it. Just let me work. Let me work. You are under my control now. Okay. Yeah, she's like, leave me alone. Well then get off the keyboard. Okay. She is really doing everything she can to stop me from working right now. Typical cat, right? Yeah, I don't know exactly what this is. I'm more weirded out by this span because it's like there's no span in the code. Like it's saying there's a span above the news post title and within the relative 400 block. Yeah, Okay, so let's look at the code, and it's down there. There it is. Hold on. I don't know how stupid cat distracting me. So there's like a height 400 somewhere. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so between the scroll bar container and the contents of the body, because a fragment does nothing. A fragment doesn't show up in the DOM. It's not supposed to. This is a fragment right here. So between that scrollable body. Oh, okay. This is it. Oh, I see. It's probably that right there. I think it's like that, yeah, because this is the scrollable body. So if we like remove this, that goes away. But then when you have like a lot of stuff here, it's bad. It's like, let's just keep posting a bunch of shit. So, oh wow. That's a lot of stuff. And I think I broke the entire DOM. But basically, without that overflow scroll, I can't actually do anything. So we kind of want it to stay like this. So yeah, this looks a lot better. We're going to go with that. Okay. Got a little bit of extra refactoring done. Fixes. I guess let's make sure that other modal usages are looking good. Character info modal, let's take a look at that. Beast Fable, ooh, I like that. It's a lot better than it was before. Let's compare and contrast this. So before it looked like this. Okay, so maybe we want it like that, but it still looks whack, like with this X thing here. Now it looks like this. I think that's fine if it's left aligned. The rest of it is left aligned. Yeah, I think this is fine. Gonna reveal my PKDR. It's bad. Yeah. I think this looks good. Copy your name. You can close it. Boom. Okay. We're gonna put this one in. Go ahead and push this one. Okay. We're gonna create a PR real quick. I'm not signed in, so let me do that real quick. Okay. What were we doing? Here we go. Let's see. Cool. Let's go ahead and create this PR. And that one's set up to go. We'll review the code on my other account. Put this into code review, move on to the next one. Okay, let's see if anyone's responded. To anything? Nope, not yet. Okay, cool. This level up screenshots thing has been here for a long time, and I'd like to get it out of here. But he also hasn't, Log hasn't shown us how to fix it in RC Plus, so yeah, I would have no idea where to fix this. So somewhere in RSC Plus, we would have to fix it so that when a screenshot happens, when you like level up a skill, it needs to include the level up, I guess. Hold on. Let's look at merge request. Closed. Okay, so yeah, my changed the order of things, and it was inauthentic apparently. So I think this is still a bug. I guess let's find out, because it's fixed on need free to play, but it's not on open. So, because like Need Free to Play, it's fixed in the server side, which is incorrect, which is what we just showed. Let's see. Open RSC. Let's see if this is still a thing. Okay. I still exist. This isn't the... I think the other one... the one I wanted to try was... Yeah, this is the one I was like leveling up on with woodcutting. Shop. Also, I need to turn on the setting. Screenshots are... Yep, okay, cool. Let's open this in a new folder. Shouldn't take too long to get 33 woodcut. You will have to have the stats screen open. Wow. Are we close? We're not really close. Wow. Mission impossible. Okay. So this won't get it either. This one won't get it either, probably. Okay, so this would get it, so let me position myself. Okay, so let me screenshot. That'll create the folder. View extra large icons. Okay. So my stat sheet is open and you'll see the screenshot that RC Plus took still has woodcut 3. So yeah, it's still broken. Let's just like at least log this in their GitHub. I don't know if it still exists. RC Plus. What's the GitHub? We can do is issue and then look for screenshot. I don't even think they have an official issue for this. So I'm going to log into my other account and create an issue. Uh-oh. I think I selected Tor. If you select this Tor option, it takes like extra time for Tor to start up, whatever the heck Tor is. Okay. Okay, here we go. say level up screenshots do not show the correct level. Let's go ahead and drop in this guy. But the screenshot created by RC Plus shows 3 woodcutting. And anyone point me to where in the code base this logic for creating screenshots is. Take a stab at it. Okay, we're gonna create that. Should have been open a long time ago, to be honest. Yeah, because this is affecting people that play RC preservation as well. It's like, it's just a stupid bug with RC Plus that I think needs to get fixed. If you play Neat, you don't have to deal with it, because I updated the server to be inauthentic to change the packet order, so that that fixes the issue. So that's why if you have this feature enabled in RC Plus, you won't see it in Neat Free to Play, but you will see it in other servers. So yeah, let me just post this in. Oh great, I'm a person. I wonder if this is mentioned in the Discord at all. Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't have all day to do that. Cool. Alright, anyway, we did that, and that's good. So this is kind of waiting on them, I guess. I don't know, we could start tackling it, but, you know, I should probably just take a, like, stab at it now. See any pull requests that are interesting? Less scary messages? Probably should have checked that there wasn't already a pull request for that. Yeah, I don't see anything. I think I already have this somewhere on my computer, don't I? RC Plus. Looks like I do. You know what? Let's just take a stab at this. But probably the last time I looked at RC Plus's code, I had no idea what the heck I was doing. Like, it was just very foreign to me. We're gonna try it. See what happens. Select folder. I would assume this is set up with GitHub and not GitLab. Let's see. Register online response. Okay. Check out, what are they calling it? Main? Master? Let's see. They're calling it master. Gross. RSC plus. Check out master. Okay. Latest commit is that. Improved dialogue state management, we're up to date. Okay, so this is RSC Plus's code. And it's a bunch of Java. Just like for the word screenshot. See what happens. README, probably not important. This is the config window, so that wouldn't be... I would assume that's not doing the logic to create the file. Shoot. Okay. Okay, I think this file is also related to the config window and not really doing anything based on those settings, but I don't know. Take scenery screenshots. So this might be the code where it actually like takes a screenshot when you make that keybind. Process client command. Unless it's just like : screenshot, which could be a thing. Yeah, that's it. Okay. This might be just when they type that and not when they actually press Control S. Scenery shots, this wouldn't be it. I would think it's not a scenery shot, it's like a level up screenshot. Get screenshot flag. Okay, what is this doing? Okay, so it's in present. Okay. And what are we doing based on this? Eve. Hey, do not do that. That's my mouse pad. Eve, she needs to stop. You need to go down. Go down on the floor. Do something with this rock, okay? Alright. So this code is drawing a cursor when you take a screenshot. So again, this is running in present. This big ass function. Big ass function. Am I right about that? Jesus. I think this is present. Where's the function? Declaration. Oh my god. Okay, well, we think it's present. Wow, it's taking forever. So if screenshot, then this is the code that writes it. The file name is the same between manual screenshots and automatic screenshots. Okay, I'm gonna put BF note, suspicious. Like this means it could be this logic that's related to it or not. Screenshot from. Yeah, it is saying screenshot from and then the date. So we could also search for this. I bet, let's see, where was this defined? F12 and that does nothing. I bet whatever calls this big function, it might be like calling it, I don't know. Let's look for a screenshot again. Screenshot. Yeah, so this code might be run by something that manages the automatic screenshots, and then it says, okay, get screenshot flag. What does that do? What the heck is this? Method retrieves and removes the head first element of this list. Okay. So it returns the first item of the list. peek retrieves but does not remove the head first element of this list. Okay. So it also gets the first element. So if the first element is null, it means there's nothing in there, so it says false. But otherwise it gets the first one. And then when you call take screenshot, it adds true. What? This is weird. So it's just adding true to the linked list to say, and that's returning true if there's a screenshot that it thinks it should take. And go back to where this is used. So like if wait. Tell me where take screenshot is called. Okay, when they type : screenshot. Okay, these both have a process keep client command. Oh, okay, so this is saying when you do Control S on Windows, where is it? Yeah, this is saying, this is the code that gets run when you do Control S on Windows. Okay, and then there's another one, a big switch for when you type : screenshot, then this code gets run. So it's the same code. Here we go, if screenshot message and settings.auto screenshot.get and not replay is playing, then it says take screenshot. Okay, so yeah, basically this is the code. So then what function is this? Colorize message adds color to the contents of a chat message. What's chat none? Okay, chat none. I don't know. We don't know what that means. But basically, screenshot message is if type is chat none, and it contains you just advanced color message that contains quest point or you have completed. Okay, so I guess this means if the client sees this message, then it, based on what it contains, it's a screenshot message. So let's see. Server message hook, print selected option. Yeah, the client. Okay, so the RC Plus client like has this colorized message thing. Okay, so then if screenshot message is true and the setting to auto screenshot is enabled and they're not playing replay, then it says add this, add true to the queue. And then here it says, okay, so then as soon as it triggers to take the automatic screenshot, later on it's checked here in the renderer, I think. Let's see. So then this would be true. And then, let's see, let's go up. So then grab it from the buffer. This will return true. Yeah, so this is where it actually creates the file. I'm trying to figure out how it gets the screen and all that. But it's saying, okay, the base path probably is added for the player name if this setting is enabled, and then it says make the directory. If it doesn't exist, that's not creating anything yet as far as the file goes. Here's the file name, and then it says new file, file name, image.io.write, game image. So I think this is where it's setting the game image to something that doesn't have the new level yet. Okay, image.io must be like a Java thing. So this is just creating a new file with the file name, not actually telling us what the contents of the file is yet. But then this is how it says, okay, with this contents and this extension, create this file and put them all together. So let's look this up. Writes the image using the arbitrary image writer. Okay, rendered image. Wait, go back. Rendered image, format name, output. Okay, so a rendered image to be written, a string containing the informal name of the format, that must be the extension, and then the output string to be written to. So I wonder if we need like a, I don't know, some kind of like delay. Let's see if anyone's responded yet. Probably not, but that's fine. Um, so I think, yeah, as soon as RSC Plus sees, oh, you have advanced, it takes a picture instantly. But in reality, there's like a small amount of time after it says you have advanced where it's not actually the level you expect it to be yet. And I wonder if we can capture how long that takes. Maybe take a video of this. Of this client here. Gonna set up another instance of OBS. And this one is just gonna capture the client itself. So you just start recording. We probably don't actually have to start recording yet. So we're at 4. We can do 2 more trees before we have to prepare. Also, guys, I'll be right back. I need to grab some water. Alright, I am back. So let's keep clicking. We need to do 2 more logs before we can prepare for... That's 1. Just gonna spam click at this point. Wow. Woodcut 4 is doing nothing. Okay. So I'm gonna start recording. And we're gonna try to see how long it takes for the stat to actually update after it shows you just advanced. Let's stop. Let's go to show recordings. Whoops, whoa. turn this off. Okay, so I wish I had a VLC because it lets you like slow down this crap. You get some wood. That's pretty fast, but yeah, it's just not. Yeah, we want to slow down this like big time. Let's see. Is VLC player still like a thing? Just kidding. Okay, I don't think I have it. We're gonna download it. I hope VLC can open MP4 files. I would think so. Let's see. Open file. OBS. So here it is. Okay, so let us turn the volume down. Playback, speed, slower. Speed, slower. We want to go super, super slow. Slowest we can possibly go, basically. Slow. Okay, let's try like one more. Okay. Okay. Actually, this would be better in Adobe because then it would show me like actual frames of the past. I think. But we'll just watch this happen slowly. Maybe a little bit faster than this. Whoa. That was weird. Looks like VLC doesn't handle this very well. Okay, we're gonna open this in Adobe. Because my thinking is if we can understand how long it takes for the statue to update, then we can like delay by that long, maybe? I don't know. Kind of just having fun debugging this stuff. Let's see. So let's say, yeah, take this one, create. Okay, so we'll skip past the stuff we don't need. And then we can cut out the part that we don't need either. We can remove the music. We don't need that. And yeah, so let's just zoom in here and see what's going on. So we'll go forward a few frames. You get some wood. Okay, so there's at least one frame where the text appears but the level isn't updated. That's 2 frames. 2 frames. There's 2 whole frames where it's not, where the green text shows but you haven't gotten the level yet. That is kind of crazy. And there's a lot more frames where it says you get some wood but you haven't gotten the level yet. But once you get the level, that's 1 frame, 2 frames. So there's like a total of 2 frames that. So I don't know how many seconds is that? I guess less than 1 second. So I'm wondering if we can like. Okay, let's look at our BF notes. So we can maybe think about like delaying this, but maybe that's not the right thing to delay. So let's scroll up a little bit. I wish this mouse still worked so that I could like. Oh wait, that does work. Nice. Yeah, let's just spin up as far as we can go because I want to know what function this is. Wait, here we go. Handle resize? No. Get image type? No. Present. This present function. So what calls this? Nothing. Okay, cool. So yeah, somewhere in this present function, and then we've got this game image. And where is that? Update rendering, scalar, and resize. Okay. Look for the BF notes. Okay, so we could delay this, or we could delay adding it to the buffer, right? So if we've detected that they're not playing replay, and they have auto screenshot enabled, and we see the screenshot message, yeah, I think we should just delay like a half a second or a quarter of a second. Depends on the videos. Okay. We can just say just delay a half a second. How do you like delay something? Time unit, not minutes, that's sleep. Okay, let's try it. Are we using thread that sleep anywhere already? Oh wow, we are. We're using it in a lot of places. Okay. Do I have to import this anywhere? Match the casing. I don't think so. I think it's just a global thing. Yeah, it's a global thing. Okay, so what we could do is we could just say thread out sleep. And then, what is this? Milliseconds? Seconds? Yeah, it's milliseconds. Okay, so if 4 seconds is 4,000, then we want even less than 1,000. We want like 500. And then we'll just put a note here that says wait for the stat sheet to update. Yeah, I'd like to see what the developers think about that. They're not responding yet. We could always create this as a pull request. They might just shoot it down and we'll do something else. But I wonder how I could test this myself on my local PC. Because I don't know how to, like, generate RSC Plus locally. Let's see if there's, like, info in the description of the wiki or the GitHub. Refresh. Okay. Chat commands feature. Okay. Fork the project, work on it. Pull request the branch. Okay, let's see what happens when we do this. Okay. I think my computer changed in the last couple of years, and it doesn't have some of the same apps. Alright, let's try to install Ant. Let's see, install directory, Windows. Okay, so I might already have it like in my program files, it's just not set up as a thing. C program files. So it would be Apache Ant, maybe? Maybe WinAnt? Oh, here it is. Apache Ant 1 point. Stop that! Yeah, here it is. Okay, so yeah, I just need to go into my environment variables then and find Ant Home and add it. C program files Apache Ant 1.915. That's probably actually wrong, but let's just see if that goes anywhere. Okay, and I don't remember if you need to have a different folder. And I haven't gone to WordPress forever. Server setup guide. Okay, without trailing slashes. Okay, cool. That's correct. We just need to go back to environment variables and we need to add it to both. And can I not add a new thing? Wait, why can't I change my system variables? This makes no sense. Now I can. There we go. Close, close, close. And then still ant isn't recognized. Huh. We added it to both variable types. And home. This is a folder that exists, right? Yep. And underscore home. Slashes. Oh, highlight path and click edit. Okay, I messed that up. I should know this. This is pretty stupid. Yeah, it's the path variable that needs to be updated if you want the... So yeah, you don't want this. There you go. Okay, so... Path... Oh, no, hold on. This needs to be the bin folder. I messed up. Okay. Okay, so we have to do that for this as well. I'm thinking. Hit OK, hit OK, hit OK. Close the terminal, reopen it. And does something. Okay, cool. Let's try ant dist. Build failed. Okay. Let's clean up some resources. Close this. We don't need this anymore. Close this. We don't need 2 of these anymore. Well, we do need RC plus. We don't need this. We don't need this. Okay, so okay, cool. First we gotta figure out what's going on here. Oh, you know what? I probably have to reinstall the JDK too because, yeah, because again, I had a system restore or something. What were you using for that? OpenJDK? Adopt OpenJDK. Oh wow, it's no longer here. Is it? I'm gonna need my own blog post again. RC reflections. Server setup guide. Other platforms and versions. Oh wow, I might have to update this blog post. I don't even think this is how you do this anymore. I don't... Tamarin. Latest release for your operating system. Okay, maybe this is it. I don't know. We can try it. Check some. Zip or MSI? Yeah, sure. MSI. Okie doke. Anyway. Download this. We'll install Eclipse, Tamarin, JDK with hotspot on your computer. Yep. I need to update the blog post. Set or override Java home. Yeah, go ahead, install it. I don't know if we need to do this, so I'm gonna not do it. Okay. Yes. so I probably have to restart this again. And Bist. Does it work any better? Build failed. Probably something I did. Warning error. Unreported exception. Thread.sleep 500. Okay. Yeah, our code is not working correctly, so let's comment this out and see if we can build the RC Plus client locally, which I've never done before. Maybe it's possible. Build successful. That's good. Okay, so let's go to dev. Personal RC Plus dist. Would you like to use RC Plus in portable mode? Yeah, that's fine. For this version. Would you like to enable this feature? No, I think not, because this is like a debug version of the game. Okay, so we were able to get it to do something. Let's see, so if I wanted to test it locally, I'd need to be able to connect like OpenRC server. So let's do something. Let's go to worlds, add new world. Well, let's go to this one. Let's say copy the details. Members is true. Okay, so this is OpenRC. The URL is this. The port is that. The exponent is that. And the public key is that. Hope this works. Apply. Hit OK. So, okay, so I can log in with the client that I just made. This is actually really cool. I've never done this before. Oh, wait. Ha 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 ha. Actually, there's a problem. I can't move anywhere. I don't know what's going on. Can I do this here? Yeah, this is fine. So, am I going to be able to do stuff? It highlights the text, but then when I click, nothing happens. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's try, like, scaling it up. Yeah, it's not very responsive. I don't know what's going on. Let's try opening it again. And then we'll scale it down. We'll say don't scale the client, apply OK. See what happens now, if it's the same result. I must have broken something. And it's like, I'm in the game, but yeah, as soon as I try to click out of the window, it's like it dies. Can I type like this? Yeah, you can do stuff. You can like exit the client, log off, quit, something like that. But yeah, as soon as I click here to close the window, it dies. So, I don't know why that is. Wonder if we can do like a compile and run thing. Let's see. Let's try ant compile and run. What happens then? It doesn't exist. Okay. Anything in the README about this? Interesting. Okay, perhaps we should undo everything we've done to it. Because I don't think we changed any code, we just added comments, right? So let's say stash push dash m bf note. Include so now just up to date with whatever master has. Try running and dist, and then go to that folder. Oh, okay. It must have been a note that I did or something, because now it's working. Okay, cool. I guess I broke something with a I don't know, commented out note. So, how are we gonna say I want to jump to another thread or start a new thread? Okay, so I think we use this new thread syntax, which we have seen in the project in various places. So if we look for new thread, for example, here it is. Any practical examples? Oh, okay. So we could. So wait, what is he saying I should do in a new thread? Let's see. This is not where I want to be. Where's RC plus? RC plus, RC plus. Here it is. Let me put this here. Okay, so if we just delayed on a separate thread, that wouldn't do anything because on the main thread it would still continue. I think he's saying that he wants me to have a new thread do the delay and then the screenshot. Schedule off future. Let's see if that translates to something that I don't know about. A delayed result-bearing action that can be canceled. Usually a scheduled future is the result of scheduling a task with a scheduled executor service. Okay, you have to create an executor service. Executors.new scheduled thread pool. Use a pool size of 1 for a single thread scheduler. Define your task as a callable. Okay, so it's a callable something. For us, it would be a callable void, maybe. And then schedule the task. Okay, so let's try adding this somewhere. I don't know, this is AI code, so it's not like super reliable all the time. You know, if we could find this in Stack Overflow, that might be good too. This is... doesn't look like what we want. Let's try it. Okay, so where do we want to do this? Not in the renderer. Auto screenshot. Okay, so yeah, let's say like, I don't know, up in the import somewhere maybe. Okay, so you got executors. Let's also see if this is anywhere in the code. Looks like it's not. So this will be the first time we're doing this, and then I don't know if we want to do this outside the class. Probably not. How's this referenced later on? Okay, so it's just referenced like that. You don't have to say this dot or something. Okay. So we could try this. Let's do public static scheduled executor service executor. But then, oh, okay, you can do this. So then executors that new scheduled thread pool. Use a pool size of 1 for a single threaded scheduler. I think it's a single threaded scheduler, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we have to provide this section for a single thread scheduler. We'll say pool size of 1 means we'll do that. Okay, so let's see what it's telling me to do next. Okay, so then it says it wants me to define a callable. So then where would I define this? Okay, so then scheduled to run after a 5-second delay. So I think we would want to call this in that logic where we're saying take screenshot. So let's see. Where do we want to do this? Lots of publics. Is void what I'm thinking of here? Yeah. So we'll call this take automatic screenshot, or I don't know. Take level up screenshot equals this. So thread.sleep 500 and then whatever's happening down there. say stop menu because it's more like a menu, and then okay, so this is an action that's callable, and then yeah, I don't know if this like code should be here, but for now it's okay, probably. And then the next step is schedule a task. Let's maybe add these to the imports. Find auto, screenshot it. And then so okay, so we don't really care about the future, because like, what is it doing with the future? It's saying future.get, which returns the result, but there's no result from it. We're just saying wait 5 seconds, wait 1 second, then do something. So I think we can remove this. Take level up screenshot, and then obviously the number of seconds is 1, and then oh, okay, so then since we're delaying that long, we can just do this, right? We don't need to sleep again. I think that works. So then we don't want this anymore because it's already done somewhere else. Take a level up screenshot. Okay, I wonder if we're calling this anywhere else. Just here. Okay, and then where are we calling take screenshot? Okay. Okay, so no need to send that to him until we actually test it ourselves. But we've got an executor that's scheduling something after 1 second. It's going to call this, and that's just going to add the screenshot to the queue. And yeah, let's just see if this actually compiles first before we start bugging people. Okay. Callable void. Illegal start of type. Okay, so it's saying error is here at void. You see that? So let's see. Let's try string. See if it likes that better. Return success. I don't think it's gonna be any different, but just see what happens. Yeah, it's got some kind of problem with that. I got that from AI, so maybe AI is just stupid and giving me bad info. Oh wait, hold on. Callable string. This is supposed to be capital. Might have an effect on that. Yeah, that works. Okay, I wonder if it needs to be like void capital V. Yeah, build successful. Wonder if it needs to be like that, maybe. Do we have like a capital void anywhere in this code base? We do. Okay, I think that's it. It needs to be like capital V. Let's try that again. Nope. Callable void. What's the error? Bad return type and lambda expression. Okay, so we're saying that this is a function that has no parameters. It returns void. Let's see if we can find an example of this online. Oh wait, maybe you can't use it with the void return type. New callable void. Yeah, I think we're doing this wrong. Let's try this. Call void instance. Override public void call throws exception. Um, oh, I guess we have to return null then, huh? And then I would try to make this a public static so it can be called later. I don't know. No idea what I'm doing. That's fine. Yeah, let's just see if this works instead. So let's search for this and see if we can do that. I don't know. We'll see if it works. Oh, wait, hold on. I still have to remove this. Lucky. Okay, cool. So that works. So that works, but now I'm wondering, did it need to be this complex? Or can we just do this and then that's the whole thing? You have to return null for some reason. So that's what I want to know next. Can I actually just use this? And now comment out this. And because it returns null, now it works. Probably not, but let's just check. Oh, yep, that's all I had to do. I had to make sure it returns null. That makes no sense. Java is weird. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's see if this works. So, creates the RC Plus client for us. And this was just updated a minute ago. So let's launch it. Let's see if I can actually close the window now. I can. Okay, cool. So we're at 5 woodcut. We gotta get to 6 now. And we're 112 XP away, which means we can do 4 trees and then we have to look at it. That's 2. That's 3. Okay, so let's make sure that I have the screenshot setting turned on. Take a screenshot when you level up or complete a quest. That's on. So now all I have to do is get this next one and have the stat menu open. Keep trying. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that screenshot window. And what did we get? We still have 4. Wait, this was at 130. Okay, hold on. Refresh. $225. Yeah, I don't think it took a screenshot. Because we're only seeing 4 screenshots here. Oh wait, hold on. I think it's a different folder though, right? Power Seer. Okay, this is the one that we just took. And it does have 6 woodcut, which we just got. So I think that actually fixes it. So we have 6 woodcut, we have the setting enabled, and it actually shows 6 woodcut in this screenshot, which was taken automatically. So that seems to work actually. So let me now send this to him and see what he says about it. Let's see. and I have to end the code block. We'll create a PR if he's good with this example. No rush on that. We'll just maybe create it already and we can update it later. So let's do check. Oh wait, hold on. I think I'm actually on, let's see, get remote. How do you get information about what origin is? Get remote -v. Okay. I am on, yeah, the original, so I think I can't do that. Hold on. Let's clear out some windows and tabs and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so let's go to RC Plus. Are people creating multiple requests that aren't admins? Probably not. Okay. I don't really want to set up a fork. But yeah, it's probably gonna force me to anyway, unless I'm like a contributor, which I'm not. So let's log into the other account. New private window. Okay, sign in. GitHub BF, copy. Okay, so copy this, paste this. Let's go to the repo itself and let's fork it. And we're gonna say a fork of the RC Plus GitHub repository for submitting PRs. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so now all I have to do is do the same thing, but in my own repo. So let's get the code for this. Copy this. We're gonna go into our terminal and get cd dot dot. Sorry, cd dot dot. Let me think. I think we're gonna cd again and then make dir beast variable, so we can kind of make a folder just for like beast variable repositories, and then make dir, or no, git clone. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do then is I want to create a new instance of Visual Studio Code. And we're going to put it over here. And we're going to open folder, dev, beast fable, RSC plus select. And oops. Oops, I did not mean to do that. That is not what I meant to do. Let's do RC+. Okay, so this is the new one. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Status. Oh, no, this is the old one. Here's the new one. I trust them, and new terminal. Yep, this is the new one. Okay, so we're gonna create a branch of the master. Or do we just want to apply it to our master and then we merge that in? Let me see how other people are doing it. Conquer RC, less scary messages. Yeah, I think people usually just create a branch, which makes sense. Let's just do that. Let's pull checkout -b fix level up screenshots. And in this, we're gonna change, I think, just client.java. So let's open that, client.java. We're gonna add some imports. Fortunately, these all have a plus in front of them. We're gonna add this executor thing. Just gonna go here. I'm gonna change this a little bit for scheduling future actions, or for executing, I don't know. Shadow sleep. Okay. I'm just copying all this stuff and bringing it over from the other repository. So yeah, so we just say do this. So yeah, scheduling an action to be done later. So I think that's an accurate description. So we can schedule future actions. And that's everything. So when we scroll down, we see I'm actually going to move this above this because this int is related to this method, so I'm just going to put them together like that. Boom. Okay. And then, oh, okay, so then I want to remove this, right? Take the screenshot after. Well, let's say, yeah, I don't know. Call an action that will take the screenshot. That's not even correct either. That's fine. So this says take the screenshot, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then executor. That looks fine. We're going to retest this before we submit the PR, but it looks good. And let's go over here, CD RC+. So I don't know if this is going to work the same for a different project folder. I would think it should. I And it did. Okay, so let me go back to Beast Fable, RC Plus, and then dist. We're gonna run this, we're gonna say yes, we're gonna say okay, we're gonna say no. Hit okay. Okay, I'm gonna disable scaling because it annoys me. Hit apply, hit okay. So, I also need to move the world file over. Let's do that. Dev, RSC plus center personal, worlds. Where is it? Worlds, dist. Yep. Copy this guy out to here. Paste. And now, okay, hit apply, hit okay. And then we're gonna close this and reopen it. We're gonna recompile it once. I don't think we have to, just in case. Cool. All right. So, same account. We're just gonna test that it still works. Oh, and also we need to make sure that screenshots enabled. Yep. Take a screenshot. Let's hit some trees. Two more. Okay. Okay, here it is. And let's see if that went through correctly. Okay, here's the level up screenshot. And it has 7 woodcut and 5 cooking. So that is correct. So that's good. So then we're gonna do, in the terminal, we're gonna say git add -a. Let me go to, where's my browser? Issues. It's number 219, so we're going to reference that in the commit. So, in fact, I should probably just leave my branch like that. Let's see, what would that be? RSC plus, RSCP, RC plus. I don't know. I'm going to say it's RP. 219. That's the branch name. You could say fix level up screenshots. Okay, git status. Perfect. I'll say commit -m RP219. Updated automatic screenshot feature so that it waits 1 second before taking the screenshot so that the stat menu is updated. In the screenshot. Okay. Push.u origin RP219. Oh, I haven't created this repository. Wait, no, I have. Yes, I have. Does not match any. Those are push some refs. Let's do poll. Fetch all. Okay. I think we forgot to set tracking information. Let's do this. If you are planning on basing your work on an upstream branch that already exists, it does not exist. I thought I did that. Git push -u origin RP 219. Oh wait, I didn't put the wrong one in there. Okay, I didn't put the right one in there. So fix level up screenshots. There we go. I just put the wrong. Oh, how rude. Oh, it's because I created the repository in a different. Okay. So in my terminal, I use a different account than the account that owns this, because that's the account that I usually use for work. And we're gonna just add this as a collaborator. Add alerts dev. So now we need to go into the other browser and accept it. Notifications. Your issues, your pull requests. Okay, it might be like an Indeed, or it might be an email somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, Beast Fable invited you. View invitation. Accept invitation. There we go. So now, refresh here. He's a collaborator, so I think he should be able to push now. Let's see. Oh boy. RPC failed. HTTP 403 curl 22. The requested URL enter returned an error. Let's see. Okay, so there's one branch and it's master. Okay, I'm gonna close the other one. I don't know what's going on here. Let's just like Google it. Not permitted to do the thing you're requesting. Okay. How do I increase this person's... How do I increase their... I don't want to remove access. I want to increase access. Huh. GitHub collaborators increase access. This is for GitHub discussions. Navigate to your project. In the top right, click the ... Okay, don't even see that. Project settings. Manage access. Yeah, see, this is what I'm looking for. Manage access. I think this is for something other than a repository, though. Manage access. I can remove their access, and that's it. Okay. This is stupid. Just change our user in the terminal. I don't want to do that, but it might work. Let's try this. I guess list it out here first. Okay. User.name, user.email. Okay. What's my name? My name is Beast Fable with no space. Okay. So config user.name, user.email. Okay. Git push -u this. It's probably gonna fail. Oh no, it didn't fail. Okay. Let's see what happens here. So there's 2 branches. Start a pull request. Not here though. Let me just look at the other branch. Okay, let me look at that commit. Yeah, okay, cool. That's what I expected to have. So then let's go here. Go to pull requests, new pull request. Base master compare with, let's see. I forget how to do this via the UI. Maybe you do start here. Pull request. Base repository master, head repository this. Okay, so we add some imports, we add the executor, we add the take level up screenshot callable action, and then we just changed this to executor.schedule using that function name and then 1 second. Pretty straightforward for me. Put like fixes 219 and then let's see, result when a user levels, my character levels up. And then we can add a little image somewhere. Personal RC plus, close this one. And close that one. So this is what it looks like. And I'll say below screenshot create it. So into RC plus master from my fork and then my branch. So okay, cool. I'm just gonna put this in their Discord. I think they already got this in a different channel. Maybe not. Cool. Alright, that took a while, but I think that actually is going to be the solution. And I hope it doesn't just get, you know, taken down or something. So let me go back to issues. I hope this shows that I mentioned it. It does. Okay, cool. Yeah, so once that's merged, we're going to update the Neat free-to-play codebase to not have the logic that it has. So let me show you what I mean. If we go back to the main browser. Oh, it's not in my history now. Okay. github.com/aldrichdev/neat F2P. So this is the server repo, and we have some issues. Open up the 5th. When you attack an NPC in combat, your character stops with one tile between you and the NPC. What? Oh, okay. Doesn't seem super broken, but yeah, could be. Okay, anyway. We have some logic in the commits here. I think we're just using stable? Stable neat. Let's go to the commits. 7,900 commits. Okay, so somewhere in here, there's a screenshot update somewhere. Yeah, this is it. So, an inauthentic change was made not intentionally. Well, it was intentionally made. It wasn't intentional to be inauthentic, but yeah, I think it's skills.java. So let's go back. Oh, there are lots of skills.java. Yeah, so this is the one I did. I said send the update before, because before it sent the update at the very end. Yeah, so this will have to be reverted, but I'll revert it once. I guess we could revert it now and create a PR for it and then merge it when it's like not necessary anymore. Yeah, let me look at this too, because this is where I made the change. So it moves send update all the way up there. And then we can look for this text. And I need to know what branch we're using on the production server. So let's find out. Let's do need free to play. slow for the users for a minute because this server is very, very slow when I log into it. Okay, so we're on stable neat, which is what I thought we would be. Status. Get status. Out of memory, Malak failed. Wow. Really? Just trying to do get status? There we go. Now it's working. Yeah, stable neat. That's what we need to update. So let's close out of VS Code. Close out of the server. And we're going to go ahead and close this folder. Open a different one. Let's go to C dev. Personal? It might be personal. Yep, it is. Okay, select folder. Fetch all branches. Check out what is the branch? Stable neat? Okay, so yeah. First thing we want to do, go to skills.java, move this back. So yeah, we're gonna remove the space before skill name and then the space before this, just so it's consistent between the two servers. And it's just space before skill name. Okay. I think you should have more spaces, but this looks bad, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Remove this, cut this out. Okay, and then there's no space before player. And then we add this before this. Yeah, right here. Not that. This. Okay, so there's two brackets before that, and then there's player.getSocial. Yep, this looks right. Send update skill. So this is how it should be. And then we also want to update the README. I want to keep this differences list accurate. So these are all true. I mean, these are all, you know, correct so far. Okay, RC plus show update screenshots show the updated level. Yep, cool. We're removing that. So removing that from the README as a change, and then undoing the change because RC plus was updated. Let's go ahead and update this, and I'm just gonna commit directly to the stable neat branch. Reverted. What's the CF? Okay. Merge rest 3948. Push. So now when I push this, it doesn't actually update the server immediately. It does update the branch, but until I actually pull down that branch on the server, on the game server, and restart the server, it doesn't do anything, which is okay for now. we'll just get that update later and we'll restart. I probably should have created a PR for that instead of like pushing that directly, which is what we talked about, but it's fine. I'm sure the RSC Plus pull request will get merged at some point soon. So let's see. Yep, still here. Awesome. Hope that goes through. We'll see, right? And then the one other thing I want to check is I want to make sure we don't have a ticket for this open still. Okay, so this is open. So what we're going to do, we don't want to just leave this hanging because it's literally not even a server issue. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if I can close issues. Yeah. Cool. We're gonna close the issue. And that's gonna update. Awesome. And now we have some stuff to update in our system. So we can say, today I fixed this bug in RC Plus. And today I created this PR in RC Plus repo to fix this. I also pushed a revert of the original server fix to stable neat, and also removed the change, removed the difference listed in the README. So next time we pull stable neat and restart the server, that will be applied. Maybe don't do that until the above PR is merged. And communicate to the users that they should upgrade RSC Plus to fix the issue. A new okay, cool. I'm gonna say this is in like code review because it's like, why does this move? There we go. Yep, it's in code review. People with RSC Plus need to review it, and then all we'll need to do is just what I wrote. So we're good there. And then that took a while, and we've been streaming for about 3 hours now, so we're gonna clean up some tabs and close Close. We're gonna merge this one. We need to prove it on the other account. Okay, so making some padding consistent, and then the close bar is now going to have the heading, and we're going to add the target blank thing for when you're creating a new news post. Shows up in the preview as well by doing this. Body HTML and yeah, looks good to me. Okay. Delete the branch. We're gonna go look at Vercel on the other browser. Deployments. Okay. Now some of these will already be fixed, actually, because it was like a data change for the most part. So if I go to production and click this, it's already going to be working, but we'll just announce it as like everything's fixed with this deployment. So I'm trying to think if this is worthy of a news post because it's such a minute change. I think we'll hold on that news post until the next week when we have some more fixes for the website to be deployed. But yeah, this was a very good thing that we did today. Lots of good stuff. Gonna close some stuff. Close, 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 close. That's gonna be the stream, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be doing this again next Saturday, and we'll try to get even more stuff done. And I didn't mean to show you my LinkedIn, but that's okay. We fixed the RSC Plus bug with the screenshots not being reflecting, the stat menu not reflecting it when it takes that screenshot. So that's great. See you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye.